Have you ever been in this situation? A power outage hits, nothing in the house works, and all you've got is an old battery sitting quietly in the corner? Did you try using it? That night I gave it a shot, and it actually worked at first. But just a few minutes later, the light dimmed and went out. I opened it up to check, and the problem wasn't what you'd expect. In this video, I'll share a trick to fix a battery you thought was done for. So maybe next time, you can save an entire evening. To prove I'm not pulling your leg, I've got a brand new, fully functional battery ready for a test. I started by removing the caps on top of the old battery. There was a strong smell, and the liquid inside was cloudy with sediment. You could tell no one had touched it in ages. Most people would give up thinking it's toast, but actually, with a good cleaning and a new solution, this battery can still work like normal. If you've got an old battery lying around somewhere, this video might help you bring it back to life in a super simple way. When I poured out the solution, just looking at it told the story. This stuff was old and no longer good enough to keep the battery running smoothly. After draining all the old liquid, I poured clean water into each small hole in the battery. Using a funnel makes it easier. Pour slowly so the water soaks in evenly. Once it's full, I gently shook the battery to stir the water inside, helping it pick up any dirt or sediment stuck at the bottom or around the plates. Then I tilted the battery and poured the rinse water into a plastic container. Warm water, 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, is great for cleaning batteries, especially for scrubbing the terminals. The warm temperature softens and dissolves dirt, sulfate deposits, white or green crust, and grease on the terminals, improving current flow and battery performance. It also helps remove acid residue, prevents corrosion, and extends battery life. To do this, disconnect the battery, negative terminal first, then positive, scrub with a brush and warm water, then rinse one last time with clean water to remove all remaining dirt and solution. Next, let the battery dry completely to avoid any water interfering with the electrolyte solution. Once dry, wipe it down and apply anti-corrosion grease to the terminals. but it's not quite perfect without adding toothpaste, which has mild abrasiveness to tackle stubborn deposits effectively and contains alkaline components to neutralize any leaked sulfuric acid. I will pour in more water for a final rinse and let it drain before adding the diluted H2SO4 solution. When it comes to adding liquid H2SO4 to the battery, extreme caution is needed. Liquid H2SO4 should only be used to top up the electrolyte in lead-acid batteries when levels are low, and it must be diluted to the correct concentration, usually 30 to 35%, per the manufacturer's standards. After rinsing and drying, only add H2SO4 if you're qualified, ensuring safety to avoid dangerous reactions, explosions, or acid burns. Always wear gloves and safety goggles and prevent water from getting inside the battery, especially with sealed batteries. Now I'll charge the battery to get it ready for reuse. In short, this little trick is a fantastic way to keep your battery clean, running smoothly, preventing corrosion, and extending its life impressively. Just do it right and stay safe, and you'll see results right away. What do you think of this tip? Drop a comment to share your thoughts, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next awesome videos. See you in the next batch of top-notch tips.